Studenckiej Wizjer PWSZ pod tytułem Nie taki diabeł straszny, czyli rozmowy z wykładowcami. W dzisiejszym odcinku zapraszamy do obejrzenia wywiadu z panem Ericiem Garlandem, wykładowcą z kierunku filologia. Od dnia dzisiejszego coraz częściej będziecie mogli nas zobaczyć w tym cyklu programów. The first question is, what do you miss the most about your country, about Canada?
I miss the most about Canada people.
People?
People. Friends,
Okay.
relatives, family.
Yeah, that's a horrible story. Not having family here, yes.
Yes.
So, the second question. What do you like the most in Poland?
The women.
Women, they're beautiful, yes?
Yes.
So, what are the biggest differences between Poland and Canada?
I would have to say that the perhaps the attitude in solving problems, and in Canada, my opinion is that people are perhaps more relaxed and don't take things seriously. For example, you can have a political discussion with somebody in a normal manner without anybody getting too upset. But in Poland, if you have a political discussion, it seems as if people get very upset with things about, well, political views. And in Canada, it's not that way.
Political issues are sort of taboo topic in Poland, so...
Well, I can say that when I was a student, I was the leader of one political group, and my other friend was the leader of another political group at the high school, and we were best friends.
Yes. But in Poland, I think it's impossible.
When they have people, yeah, deep extremes, so.
So, what shocked you the most in Poland?
Well, I can say that I was perhaps shocked when I first came here about the, let's say, lack of technology that Poland had. But nowadays it's not that bad, it's more or less evened out. But in the first, I remember coming to work and I saw about 20 tons of coal on a football pitch of the school I was working. And of course they were using the coal for heating the school, but I thought 20 tons on the football pitch is not a very healthy place to put coal.
Oh, that's true. So, how do you relax after work?
How do I relax after work? Well, in the evening, I usually watch a film at about 9 o'clock.
Okay. So the next question is, what do you think about the current situation in the world after those attacks in France and Paris?
Well, I would like to say that the current situation in the world is relatively safe. I would say is that currently, with the last month, with the problems in Syria and ISIS, that is a particular problem dealing only with right now, and but I don't think we should be discussing political views at this particular time.
That's true.
But I don't think that I'm going to get killed by a terrorist.
Yeah, I think in Poland it's not dangerous.
No.
Yeah, so the next question is very funny because one of our students gave this question.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, why are you always smiling?
Well, because I think that having energy at the beginning of a lesson or during a lesson is very good. If people go in there, or the teacher goes in there with a frown on their face or lacking energy, the students are less enthusiastic. If you smile and have energy, this means that there's better communication between the teacher and the student, and the students are more relaxed and more eager to participate in lessons.
Okay. What would be your 3 wishes if you caught an old fish?
And I can't wish for more wishes, of course.
No.
I would like to say perhaps health, happiness, have health, happiness, and my third one, I don't know what my third wish would be. I'll have to save that for a special occasion. Should something occur, but the third wish would probably be something in an emergency situation. If some dreadful event happened to a family member or to a friend, then I might use the third wish, perhaps for this person to get better. But for myself, health and happiness. And the third wish reserved for somebody in trouble.
What do you like the most about our students?
I would say that the students here are relatively friendly and open.
So the next question from our students. For how long have you been living in Poland, and why have you decided to move here?
I have been living in Poland for 20 years, and I decided to move here 20 years ago because I was in a dead-end job which did not require higher educational skills. I was a salesman doing marketing, and I believe that I did not want to do this for the rest of my life.
So, how did you meet your wife?
I met my wife, my neighbor's daughter at the first place. Not my exact neighbors, they lived in the neighborhood where I was living. And I met them, and then I met them at a party, and then they introduced me to their daughter.
Okay. So, next question from our student. I have heard that you play saxophone. Why did you choose it, and for how long you have been playing it?
Well, I haven't played the saxophone since moving to Poland, but I'm sure that I still know how to, but I'm definitely out of practice. I played the saxophone for approximately 7 or 8 years. I was relatively good at it, but not a professional. And what was the second part of the question? I forgot.
Why did you choose it?
Oh, why did I choose it? Well, I thought that everybody in my family plays a musical instrument. Trumpet, clarinet, French horn, piano. And I wanted to play something different with a specific tone. So I decided to choose the saxophone. And I chose the alto and not the tenor, because when I first learned playing, I was only 9 years old, maybe 8, and playing the tenor would be too heavy for a small person.
So, how often do you visit Canada?
I used to visit Canada every 2 or 3 years, but since my parents have died and my family has basically moved to different places, both in Canada and the world, I haven't been back to Canada for 6 years.
So, next question. What do you think about marijuana?
I don't know if I should answer this question.
It should be legalized or not?
Okay, should marijuana be legalized? I would like to say that, in my opinion, marijuana can be legalized, but it should be controlled. For example, for instance, when you might be able to get it, it should be allowed for people who have a medical condition. For example, healing cataracts, marijuana is good. Suffering from terminal cancer, it is good. For recreational purposes, such as getting high, I can understand that some people might want to do this or try this or something else like this, but it would definitely have to be controlled, and it would have to be controlled. For example, if somebody wants to try marijuana or smoke marijuana, I am not offended by them doing this.
So, which of Polish cities are the prettiest?
I would have to say, other than Płocku, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, Płocku is a nice city, just that the air pollution is slightly too high. Krakow or Zakopané.
Yes.
So.
Okay. But Zakopané is small.
Yeah, it's not a city, okay, so we'll say Krakow.
Okay.
But I don't regularly go to Krakow, I usually go to Łódź or Warsaw.
It's closer.
Correct.
So, do you speak Polish fluently?
Yes, I would like to say that I do, but I have definite problems with grammatical structures. I often address people as women because most of the people that I speak to are women. So I frequently use the feminine endings of words, well, different nouns, verb structures. And of course, I frequently use ty when addressing everybody because it's you in English, which is completely fine.
Okay.
Should I say something? Dzień dobry.
We'll ask you later to say something in Polish. So.
Okay.
What do you think about the level of English in Poland?
I would like to say that the level of English is relatively higher for students and young people. People over the age of 40 don't usually speak English well because it wasn't introduced into the school system up until about 20 years ago. Also, the thing about this is that people who do speak English are usually located in offices and are business people or working with foreign contacts. So in other words, when you go shopping at the store, the cashier or the shop assistant probably doesn't speak English. But this is common in all countries.
What is your best childhood memory?
My best childhood memory are summer trips to the cottage at Lake Nipissing in Ontario.
Okay. And last question. What is your favorite joke?
My favorite joke?
Yes.
I don't know. I have many different favorite jokes. I really don't have a favorite joke. I like one-line jokes. For example, I don't like long explanation jokes. And I basically like American jokes, and I don't like cabarets, the Polish cabaret, because I went to one last week and I didn't think it was very funny, even though I understood what they were saying.
Okay, so that's all about the questions. And now, an extra part of our interview. We'll ask you to say something in Polish. For example, w Szczebrzeszynie chrząszcz brzmi w trzcinie.
You'll have to write it down for me.
Okay, so we'll write it down.
Put a pause.
Yeah, we'll have a pause. And students choose the teachers.
So the students in the economics department choose the teacher?
Yeah.
And you can plan interviewing more people from our faculty or no?
Yes.
Oh.
So, these are the first one is...
Okay. Ready? W Szczebrzeszynie książ brzmi w trzcinie.
Very good.
Król Karol kupił królowej Karoliną koroluda kolorowego.
It's more difficult, yes? Król Karol kupił królowej Karolinie korale koloru koralowego.
I wasn't expecting all the K's in a row.
Yeah.
So.
It's really difficult.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes. It was a pleasure to
Thank you very much.
Here. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
Dziękujemy serdecznie za uwagę. Mamy nadzieję, że ten cykl Wam się spodoba. Zapraszamy Was również do śledzenia naszego facebookowego profilu oraz zasubskrybowania naszego kanału na YouTube. Jeżeli Wam się podobało, to łapka w górę. Do zobaczenia następnym razem.